Noob review.
Hello and welcome to another noobreview.com quick look video, and today we are looking at LittleBigPlanet on the PlayStation Vita, and I am joined by Mr. Adam Radcliffe.
Hello.
And Senior Kieran Roycroft.
What's up, people? Some lovely fingers you've got there.
Thank you. Now, that's
Yes.
actually one of the main things about this version of LittleBigPlanet, in that it uses touchscreen controls.
Yes.
And they're not just sort of arbitrary tap the screen to win.
Oh, I wish you could touch controls weren't in it type stuff. It actually works really well.
But yeah, it's fun little touch controls that help you solve navigational puzzles like this, where you touch the blue blocks to move them out of the way and grant access to spring pads. Now here, that little blue icon indicates where I'm touching on the rear pad. I'm very glad I added the word pad then. And yeah, basically, my early impressions of this are that it is really, really good. Now, Adam, I know you've played it as well.
Yeah, and I think this is probably my favourite LittleBigPlanet game out of the main three.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I've got the first one, and I've played bits of the sequel, LittleBigPlanet 2, and it's a game that it seems like it would transfer over to a portable very, very well. So I'm not surprised.
I think for the most part it does.
I'm not
especially
surprised.
the creative mode. I mean, personally, I thought, sitting down and creating a level on LittleBigPlanet 1 was hard enough, just to make a decent one. And now in the portable version, also LittleBigPlanet 2, you can create entire games, just mini games, and I'm just like, what? I don't know if I could do that on a portable, because it takes a long sit down session, and that's the opposite of what a portable's for. But it's still a lot of fun making levels, especially since you can now use your fingers to draw what you want to place, rather than in the other game where you had to put, like, if you want to, you put a block down and then you had to sort of chip away the corners to get it to the exact shape you wanted.
Yeah.
Now, Adam, I vaguely recall a while ago we did another quick look video. I think it was the Arkham City Harley Quinn downloadable content, and you said that every game should have a hookshot in it. So you should be pretty glad to see that LittleBigPlanet has now got a hookshot in it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
It is, isn't it? It's got a really nice. It's not entirely realistic swinging mechanic, but it's really kind of light and cartoony, and it's just fun. I enjoy it.
One of the many different guns you could create.
Yes, definitely. And creation is obviously one of the biggest parts of LittleBigPlanet, because it's very easy to forget that when there are just so many levels to play through in it, and it's not just the levels created by the developers. It's the levels that the other users have created and uploaded, and you can
in the millions
share online. Yes, millions and millions.
Now, what we're seeing here is a single-player playthrough, obviously, but
that's right.
Like, the only real reason that I enjoyed the previous two LittleBigPlanet games was that for the co-op. Is there co-op in the Vita version?
There is, yes. There's 2-player co-op at least.
Right.
Playable through online, obviously.
I think I remember seeing that you could have up to 5 in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something like that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there are separate multiplayer games that they've made. For instance, there's one I'll show a little bit later, which is a tank battle game that has up to 4 players.
Right.
And you battle against each other in these little tanks.
I could imagine it being really, really fun on a portable as well.
Well, yeah, definitely. And maybe this isn't saying much, but when I started playing this, I had a full battery on my Vita, and when I decided to stop playing, it was almost empty.
That's cool. That's
It's good, isn't it? It's a little feature, but
yeah. And here's something actually we were talking about earlier about the games that can be created on LittleBigPlanet. Now, this is a game called Tapling, which the developers have made, and it's basically just a little puzzle game.
This is very reminiscent of an indie game that I played on PC called.
Yes.
What's it called? was in the
Limbo, maybe?
it was in the Humble Indie Bundle. Oh, the name is.
You mean Limbo?
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not Limbo.
It's got an art style that's kind of very reminiscent of Limbo and more recently Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet. And kind of a little bit of De Blob as well.
Yeah. I would agree.
It's cool that it's crazy that you can like make games that look like this within Little Big Planet. Though it just blows my mind. Like
the amount of stuff people can create. Somebody like already on beta had only been up about a day or two, and somebody had already created a Lumens Electronic Symphony. Another they managed to recreate a music like puzzle game on Little Big Planet, and I was just like,
I've actually recorded some footage of that because I was so impressed by it. They basically recreated the entirety of Lumines right there and then.
Well, we'll get to see more of that later. But I also I've seen on the internet people created first-person shooters, Little Big Planet, and somebody has done a Portal recreation where they just sort of turned little parts of the level would kill you, and then you'd spawn in another part of the level, giving the impression that you've teleported. And I was just like, oh my god, how many hours did people spend? Like, it took me a whole day just to make a simple like ramp or something like that.
I was just gonna say the game I was thinking of was a game called Night Sky HD, which is very good, and you should all check it out.
Now, this is that tank game I was talking about, but unfortunately, when I tried to join a multiplayer game, I got booted out and had to play by myself, which is no fun at all. Because
the beta's a little buggy, obviously.
Yeah,
I made somebody rage quit because he just couldn't kill me, and I was like, "Yes, finally a game I'm good at."
Now, here's that Lumines creation that you spoke about earlier. It's obviously not exactly the same, and there's a couple of little glitches, but it's basically a fully functioning version of it, which is just really, really impressive. Because how many millions did Ubisoft invest to get Lumines made, when someone just downloaded Little Big Planet and made it in a day?
I'd be raging right now if I was Ubisoft.
Wow. But of course, one of the things actually I should mention is that not every level created is a work of genius. I played through about 20 or 30 of the user-created levels today, and the vast majority of them actually weren't very good.
But that's probably due to the fact that the beta has the tutorials locked.
Yes, but one of them was just completely broken. I actually managed to break the spawn point and knock it into a fire. So every time I died, I would spawn in the fire and die again.
This is the Limbo.
Yeah, this is one that is obviously heavily inspired by Limbo, and it's...
Well, it pretty much is Limbo, isn't it? Let's face it.
Yeah. I was trying to be kind, but yeah, this basically is Limbo, including the whole you've got to die in order to progress thing. You'll see that in just a minute, but I was really impressed by this one because it's just, they've basically recreated Limbo, which is a game I really, really enjoy.
You'll be happy to know there's a sequel on its way then.
Yes, I am very happy to hear that.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, there's
I'll find it. I'd like to know who the main character is going to be, but
perhaps it'll be Sackboy. They're going to make it in Little Big Planet.
Oh, this is it. The exclusive preview.
Yeah, that's it. Limbo 2. Okay, maybe not.
For copyright reasons, probably not.
Yeah, possibly. But we're kind of coming to the close of the video now, and really, I'm very impressed with Little Big Planet 2 because it's lived up to Sony's promise of delivering console-quality games on a handheld.
Looks like a lot of fun, I've got to say. I'm very impressed.
Definitely.
Thank you for playing. Presented by
Noob Review.